it wasn't a place for that. So why he would come up to me like, you feel me? Yeah. And he wasn't even like in the right state of mind anyway, so.
I am just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
And he just said he bought 400 million deal with the 62 flats in New York, and none of them were real. Why do you feel the need to embarrass yourself like that?
Gervonta Davis has come forward with serious claims against boxing legend Floyd Mayweather. According to Davis, the NYPD is now investigating Mayweather over a $42 million real estate scam. Davis says Mayweather isn't thinking clearly and calls him a major fraud, accusing him of lying to the people around him, and even scamming Davis himself when they worked together.
This person, yeah. But people they wasn't around like long enough to understand that. They just no bias type shit, like you said.
Mayweather's troubling behavior isn't new. It's been going on for years. From legal troubles to suspicious business deals, the controversies just keep piling up. Instead of backing down, he seems to be getting deeper into it. Whether it's ego, a need to stay on top, or simply refusing to change, one thing's for sure, Floyd Mayweather is risking his financial future by staying on this path.
400 million deal with the 62 flats in New York, and none of them were real. Why do you feel the need to embarrass yourself like that? Just live your life and enjoy. Nobody cares how much Bugatti you got. Nobody cares about how much Ferrari or how much watch your watch cost, 18 million, whatever. Nobody cares. These are all liabilities. As soon as you buy the watch, you can't sell it for 18 million again.
I am just flabbergasted that the highest paid boxer, one of the most famous people on the planet, Floyd Mayweather, has managed to become a repeat offender as a scam artist.
NFT world, guess what?
Guess what?
Drop. And of course, I'm the money man. But guess what?
Sure are.
We're not done yet.
We aren't?
They told me
there's more scamming to be done.
And it's not over.
My God.
Autograph gloves.
Oh my God. That's incredible. 2,000 people that invest in his NFT project get a chance to win autographed gloves. It's crazy. But you might be asking, did he actually follow through on his promises and deliver these gloves? Of course he fucking didn't.
Money May, you all know the rest.
Money May, you all know the rest. You just got scammed again.
Back in 2013, Mayweather grabbed attention by telling ESPN he had $123 million sitting in just one bank account. He framed it as smart money management, saying he spread his cash across different accounts. But things took a turn when the IRS hit him with a lien for over $22 million in unpaid taxes from 2015. Instead of impressing people, his openness raised serious questions. How could someone brag about having that much cash and still fall behind on taxes? It was a clear sign that big numbers don't always mean smart financial decisions.
How much money do you have in your bank account?
Which account? Which bank?
You have more than one account?
Absolutely.
I don't even have one account. Give me the amount of money you have in one of your accounts.
200 million, 300 million.
Dollars?
Yeah, in different account.
Mayweather's former accountant gave some eye-opening insight into how Floyd handles money. He said Mayweather would brush off amounts like $100,000 or even $200,000, acting like it was nothing. While that kind of cash could change most people's lives, to Floyd, it barely registered.
Just residences making 100, 200 grand here or there, $50,000 not going to affect. But for those large investors, obviously that's becoming very concerning, because if you've got a building, big mall or something else, it could be worth $100 million. All of a sudden you've got a $10 million profit on there that's now going to be taxed at 37 or 40 versus 20 to 24. Huge difference. So that's the biggest one people are keeping their eye on.
Joe Rogan summed up what a lot of people are thinking. How can someone earn that much money and still run into financial trouble? He joked about Floyd getting a $25 million tax bill, only to find out he actually owes twice that. It sounds outrageous, but with Mayweather, it's not hard to believe. Despite making a fortune, his ability to manage it has always been in question.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect, and it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much money, there's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right.
You know
I've
what's
given
not
you
good?
$25 million.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, like what are you talking about, man?
He's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash. Hilarious. I love
Yeah,
it.
he has $15 million worth of cars.
Congratulations.
But he doesn't drive.
I like it. Good. You can sell those. They're worth a lot of money. You can get that money too.
Yeah.
You know, it's just he's really interesting in the amount of money that he's able to generate.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather's apology to the CEO of Cleto Reyes wasn't just about making peace, it was part of his plan to buy the iconic boxing brand and bring it back to prominence. But at its core, this move felt like classic Mayweather, another chance to show off his wealth, even while facing serious financial questions. The irony is hard to ignore, a man rumored to be broke still acting like he's at the top of his game, flashing cash and chasing big deals. It shows that, for Floyd, looking rich seems to matter more than actually being financially secure.
¿Dónde está Malena?
¿Dónde está el jefe? We need to become partners. I need to buy the business.
Okay. This is Malena Reyes, the daughter of Mr. Reyes.
I know I made the other glove company big. That was me. I'm sorry.
¿Me entiendes? Él sabe que hizo grande a otra compañía.
You want me to make this bag big?
Que si quieres que haga Reyes la gran.
Well, she gonna have to work with me.
Que si quieres trabajar con él.
We gotta work together as a team.
Trabajar juntos.
From early on, Floyd Mayweather set his sights on real estate, not just luxury homes, but even skyscrapers in New York City. At first glance, it looked like a smart investment move. But over time, a pattern emerged. His real estate buys weren't about building steady income or creating a solid portfolio, they were about showing off. For Floyd, the buildings were more about boosting his image than making smart financial decisions. It was less about strategy and more about ego.
He settled on investing his money, and one of the places that he invested in was One Vanderbilt in New York City. He has proudly recalled his investment in that skyscraper multiple times. He once said during an interview that people should Google his name along with the name One Vanderbilt, and they would see that he's a part of that project. He also referred to that building as being one of the tallest in the entire city, which was indeed a factual statement on his part. Even the host was surprised to hear about all this.
I own nine skyscrapers in New York City.
9 skyscrapers?
Yes.
Let me ask you this question.
He getting it to him.
Do you think that would be possible if you never bought yourself out of the top rank contract?
Well, I bought myself on my contract for $750,000, and in just 3 fights, I made $750 million.
So would you say that was maybe the biggest point in your career? Was
I think
because you had the talent, you had all of that.
I think the best thing about my career was I'm my own boss. That I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I rolled the dice, and to become great at whatever you want to do, you got to roll the dice and take a chance on yourself.
Absolutely.
And that's what I do.
One of Mayweather's own business partners revealed the tough truth behind his finances. Even though Floyd has made tens, sometimes hundreds, of millions, his spending is completely out of control. His monthly bills reportedly reach hundreds of thousands, blown on private jets, luxury cars, mansions, and non-stop splurging. According to the partner, Floyd spends more than he brings in, no matter how much he makes. It paints a picture of a lifestyle built on appearances, not lasting wealth.
Look, man, we both made some real money, but you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes.
I see what you're
say
saying.
we made $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month. We really don't got no paper like that saved up.
That's a fact.
So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through $5, $6, $7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but me and you, we real. We never count nobody paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got $10 billion. And I hope he get out of this problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out, like whatever the tab is. He should be able to wire that.
I think he could do that with no problem.
Things took an even more troubling turn when Gervonta Davis claimed Mayweather was held in Dubai over unpaid jewelry debts. Whether the story is true or not, it adds to the growing image of someone living way beyond his means, surrounded by luxury he may no longer be able to afford. It's a stark contrast to the polished image Floyd tries to project, and it's getting harder to ignore the rumors that his empire might be more flash than foundation.
I'm speechless if this is true, but Floyd Mayweather is held hostage in Dubai. Gervonta Davis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
Yo, them people over in Dubai that money. Tell them get on live right now. And he owe people in Saudi Arabia.
And Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul, like 2 years ago, said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
Other reports from Dubai only add to the scandal. Several vendors have claimed that Mayweather bought luxury items without paying upfront, a habit that's cost him business relationships and left him with unpaid bills. This isn't just carelessness, it's a pattern of financial recklessness. By relying on his reputation to delay or avoid payments, he risks damaging relationships that could come back to haunt him. Even a billionaire can fall if they are building on credit instead of solid finances.
The Tank's come out with a bit of a mad statement, and he said that Floyd Mayweather has been held captive in Dubai because he owes people money and he can't pay them, or won't pay them, one or the other. Before I carry on, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. We're on a mission to get to 10k. Now for me, the idea that one of the richest men in the world cannot pay somebody in Dubai is a bit mad. However, Tank Davis has come out and said ask Floyd to go live right now, and he can't. Which is a fair point, and knowing how Mayweather's ego is, if it was possible for him to go live, he would be responding to this straight off the bat. Now that being said, it wasn't that long ago since we saw that video call between him and Bill Haney on the internet. So whether this is true or not, I do not know. It could just be Tank throwing shots at Floyd Mayweather, because I know that relationship has been a little bit ropey in the last few years. But you never know, especially with somebody like Mayweather who sometimes comes across with a bit of a god complex. Maybe he's just tried screwing the wrong people.
Gervonta Davis has opened up about his toxic relationship with Floyd, describing it as one built on manipulation and control. Mayweather didn't give gifts out of generosity, he used them to maintain power. By showering people with expensive things, he kept a financial grip on them. But this approach always backfires. It erodes trust, damages relationships, and eventually pushes people away. Floyd's ego turned what could have been financial support into emotional traps.
Set you off because he was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I would say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
it's exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
Mayweather's ego isn't just about money, it's also about his legacy. Davis revealed that Floyd can't stand seeing younger fighters surpass him. Rather than supporting new champions, he tries to hold them back to protect his own status. This gatekeeping shows just how fragile his ego is, constantly seeking validation. It also highlights a deep fear of becoming irrelevant, something that wealth and fame can't shield him from.
Mayweather set you up against Pedraza. Did he really think Pedraza was gonna beat you?
He didn't know how good I was and how I would have handled the situation, so he just threw me out there.
Why do you think
he was hurt? He was hurt. I mean, not even hurt. He was just bad. First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the fuck would you say Terrence Crawford should fight Benavidez. That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
Who's next in line? Just so you're next in line.
Is there like a
Last question, guys.
is there like a love-hate like fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest, but he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. And he cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this, I'm that, and it just I don't know.
Mayweather doesn't just live large, he shows it off. His social media is like a gallery of excess, filled with walls of luxury shoes, garages full of rare cars, and piles of untouched designer items, all arranged like props. He's not just wealthy, he's constantly putting on a show of being rich. But when you're truly secure, why feel the need to prove it every single day?
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been paid over $1 billion through his career. What are the craziest ways that he spent it? Let's start with the ice. Dude has almost everything diamond crusted, from his plates and silverware to the case for his gold iPhone to his $18 million watch nicknamed the Billionaire. Moving on, apparently Mayweather also loves golf, or probably just golfing around courses. Dude owns a pair of Cadillac and Bentley golf carts, worth over $500,000 together. Then there's his barber, who makes house calls 3 to 4 times a week, each visit costing money a clean $1,000. And it gets even crazier. Apparently, Floyd never uses the same pair of boxers twice, and he'll leave all of his kicks at hotels he stays at as gifts to staff. But the scary thing, none of this comes close to the dude's gambling habit. Floyd reportedly dropped over $6 million on the Heat in Game 7 of the 2013 finals. And thankfully, LeBron came through for him, and that's just a slice of the money life of Money Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. has earned over $1 billion throughout his career, but how does he spend it? Well, let's start with his love for diamonds. The guy has nearly everything decked out in diamonds, his plates, silverware, even the case for his gold iPhone. And let's not forget his $18 million watch, which he calls the Billionaire. Then there's his love for golf, or at least golf courses. Floyd owns a pair of Cadillac and Bentley golf carts worth over $500,000, and his barber? He makes house calls 3 to 4 times a week, charging $1,000 each visit. But the craziest part? Floyd apparently never wears the same pair of boxers twice and leaves all of his sneakers at the hotels he stays at as gifts for the staff. But the real jaw-dropper is his gambling. Floyd reportedly dropped over $6 million on the Miami Heat during Game 7 of the 2013 finals, and thankfully, LeBron came through for him. And that's just a glimpse into the lavish life of Money Mayweather.
Disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you 2 checks, or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service.
Whether it's watches or cars, Floyd always makes sure there's a camera around. Every purchase becomes content, every deal a performance. It's not just shopping, it's branding. But this constant need to show off his wealth also seems like overcompensation. Despite rumors about his growing debt, Floyd's spending hasn't slowed down. While most people might cut back, he doubles down, continuing to buy, travel, and flaunt, completely unbothered by any financial red flags.
Floyd Mayweather was the highest paid athlete in the world, and you won't believe why. Early in his career, Floyd partnered with a fight promoter where he was making $3 million a fight, but he wasn't satisfied. He thought he could make way more with pay-per-view and wanted out of his contract. So he bet on himself and paid his manager $750,000 to get out. And you won't believe what happened next, so drop a follow. This would prove to be a huge win for Floyd, and after going independent, he made nearly $1 billion and became the highest paid athlete in the world.